Will you invoke the Insurrection Act to deal with the situation in California?
If there's an insurrection, I would certainly invoke it. We'll see. But I can tell you last night was terrible. The night before that was terrible. We have, as you've seen, it was on most of your networks, people with big, heavy hammers pounding the concrete and pounding curbs, pounding it, breaking up, and handing these big chunks of concrete to people. And they were taking that concrete, going up on bridges and dropping it into the roof of a car. They were throwing it at our police. They were throwing it at our soldiers that are there. And we got it stopped, and we have them in custody right now. Look, if we didn't get involved, right now, Los Angeles would be burning, just like it was burning a number of months ago with all the houses that were lost. Los Angeles right now would be on fire, and we have it in great shape. We're not playing around.
How will you determine whether or not there is an insurrection?
Well, you'll take a look at what's happening. I mean, I could tell you there were certain areas of Los Angeles that you could have called it an insurrection. It was terrible. But these are paid insurrectionists. These are paid troublemakers. They get money. And when you take a look at what they do, where they show up and everyone's saying, what's he doing? He's pounding the curbs. This one guy's pounding the curb, breaking the curb, and handing big pieces of granite. In some cases, it's granite and concrete to other people. And they're running out with it. And then we watch the other people, and they try and throw it into the face of the soldiers, throw it into the face of the police, and they hurt some people very badly. They go up on bridges, they drop it down on the cars as the cars are moving. They're not breaking the curb because they're doing a demolition service. They're breaking it to hand out to people as a weapon. It's bad stuff. I've never seen that before.
Concerned about anything that could go wrong by having the military there. They're trained from different services.
No, it can only go right. By having the military, it de-escalates. I mean, that was the only way. These people are agitators. They're troublemakers. I believe many of them are paid. I watched them breaking up the sidewalks with a big hammer, handing pieces of the concrete to other people.
Who do you think is paying for that?
Somebody's paying for it. Thank you.
Might have something to do with it.
Thank you for saying that. Somebody's paying for that. I watched total professionals. He's banging the curb, banging the granite, banging the concrete. And he had a whole group of people. They lined up like totally professional, grabbed the big chunks, and they dropped it on the soldiers. They dropped it on the Los Angeles police. These are insurrectionists, they're agitators, or troublemakers. At a minimum, they're troublemakers.
Every loudmouth leftist telling our troops to remember their oath? Stop pretending you know what you're talking about. Here's what the oath actually says. I do solemnly swear that I support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. It goes on to say that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States, and I will obey the orders of the officers appointed over me according to the regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice. That's it. That's the mission. Not to obey the governor, not to side with the mob, and not to do whatever the mayor says. It's about protecting the Constitution and this country, even when weak leadership refuses to do so. So when
if you go to social media, a lot of these younger folks that use TikTok and more, these are the games that they're playing with people's minds. Watch this. For those that are listening and not watching, there's a lady that's playing a clip and she's staring at the camera in depression. If you voted for him, President Trump, I hope this makes you uncomfortable with the playing of a little girl crying.
Why does that sound familiar?
So this guy found the clip. They're using a movie clip of a little girl crying and screaming and running. That's what they're posting.
Right, you guessed it. They are literally using a clip from a movie. The audio you're hearing is from a movie. And they've been using this as propaganda through TikTok posts to try to make you believe that this is some sort of mass event happening. I never put it past the Democrats to pull something like this, though. But this is just not happening. Well played, though, Democrats. I have to tell you, you guys are so good with propaganda.
Even as we are a nation of immigrants, we're also a nation of laws. Undocumented workers broke our immigration laws, and I believe that they must be held accountable. We all agree on the need to better secure the border and to punish employers who choose to hire illegal immigrants. We are a generous and welcoming people here in the United States, but those who enter the country illegally and those who employ them disrespect the rule of law, and they are showing disregard for those who are following the law. We simply cannot allow people to pour into the United States undetected, undocumented, unchecked, and circumventing the line of people who are waiting patiently, diligently, and lawfully. This is not going to be a free ride. It's not going to be some instant amnesty. What's going to happen is you are going to pay a significant fine. You are going to learn English.
Thank you for being here as we discuss one of the most exciting parts of the One Big Beautiful Bill, the Trump accounts, as they call it, pilot program, which will make it possible for countless American children to have a strong start in life. For every U.S. citizen born after December 31st, 2024, before January 1st, 2029, the federal government will make a one-time contribution of $1,000 into a tax-deferred account that will track the overall stock market. This is a pro-family initiative that will help millions of Americans harness the strength of our economy to lift up the next generation. They are fully funded through targeted reforms in the One Big Beautiful Bill, like the $1.7 trillion in mandatory savings, welfare reforms to stop waste and fraud, a 3.5% remittance tax, and more.
This legislation is geared for hardworking Americans, and it is going to help everybody.
We see the Invest America Act and the establishment of these Trump accounts as a simple yet powerful way to transform lives.
This initiative gets at the core of binding those future generations to the benefits and the potential of America's great companies and markets.
The One Big Beautiful Bill is among the most important pieces of legislation in our country's history.
The folks that are now voting with their commitment to the country are not upset that they're not able to use different pronouns? Is that not a priority for the folks that are now signing up for our military?
Well, sir, if they wanted to get a woke indoctrination, they could just go to college. Instead, they're joining the military, where we're focused on the basics. We know men are men, women are women, standards will be high, and we're getting rid of the distractions, the ideologies, the politicization that was in our ranks so that soldiers, men and women, can do their jobs on behalf of the nation.
Listen to their response.
We're not a college or a university. We're not interested in your woke garbage and your political correctness.
One more time.
We're not a college or a university. We're not interested in your woke garbage and your political correctness.
What's the biggest threat we face from the left right now this year?
Complete destruction of America.
My revenge will be success. Revenge, success. Revenge, success. Our movement is about replacing a failed and corrupt political establishment. The corrupt establishment knows that we are a great threat.
America has been the driving force behind everything good, everything great, each and every time that our country has faced any hardship, any turmoil, any disorder. Americans have stepped up to the plate.